So, welcome everyone on today's Metal3 community meeting on Wednesday, the 2nd of March 2022. As always, let's start with the introductions. If you are new to the meeting, then if you want, please introduce yourself. But I think there is no new participant. So let's start with the first agenda point. It's from Furkat. It's a Metal3 docs repo PR.
Hey, thanks. I'm surprised it's already merged. I had a couple of questions, but anyways, I can follow up on this. I was going through the all owners list in the Metal3 docs and wanted to update it because I was trying to update the CNCF Foundation repo for the Metal3 project, and there we have list of people, list of maintainers for the Metal Cube. So before doing that, I wanted to check that if this list that we have is up to date already, because here I'm removing some people and also some people are added. And I wanted to know, like, if someone knows if I should go ahead. Well, this is merged already, but there are some people that I personally don't know. And if I should include them or like remove them from this list, because for example this person from like non-citizen, I saw his commits from 2019 in the Metal3 IO GitHub IO repo, and I'm not sure if they are like still working on the project. So if someone knows or
So Jason is not working on the project. I think he was working on the UI at one point.
Okay.
I think the reason he's in that repo is he was helping out with the website.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I feel like if we needed something done with the website, he'd probably be available to help, but he's not actually on the team working on Metal3.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is merged anyways. Thanks for reviews. But if you think that this is not correct, the list is not correct, or like if I missed someone, please let me know. I will follow up on this. And once we agree on this list, I will update the CNCF site also with this up-to-date list. Yeah, then that's it from my side.
Thank you, Furkat. Next one is Chai. Please take a look, and this is a not yet merged PR.
I just opened a PR for a feature request for improving the logging of data creation. So it's not really a big PR, but just to like get some extra logs during the creation of Metal3 data from the Metal3 data templates. I just need someone to look at it and let me know if everything is fine and get an approval on this.
Okay, let me just quickly scroll through this. So it's exclusively the logging, nothing else.
Yeah, and it's only for the Metal3 data template.
Okay. Okay. So if anyone is a reviewer or approver, please take a look. Okay, or otherwise, actually anybody. Next one is again review requests. Arvinder, please.
Good morning. Sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. Yes, this is a proposal to basically add support for failure domains for the only for the control plane nodes. And the motivation behind it is two parts. One is that we have a deployment where we have failure domains and represented as different racks within a data center. And really what we would like for, CAPI and the KCP component is to put a control plane node across the different racks. Let's say 3 racks to 1 control plane per rack. So a scenario like that is possible today through Cluster API. They do have the concept of failure domains, and KCP will try to balance, if given a set of failure domains, they will try to balance across those. But what's missing is support from the provider side. In this case, Cluster CAPI Metal3 provider. So this proposal, kind of goes into that. I at least looking at my understanding of the code and looking at what needs to be done, I think it's a fairly minimal change. But if people could take a look at that, I would really appreciate it. We'd be happy to talk more about it and answer any questions as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I remember this that we discussed it on the original issue on one of the meetings. Okay, that's actually very interesting. So I guess I sure will take a look, but I don't think I can approve or anything like that. So please, if anybody feel the power, then do it. Thank you. Next one is from Bob, 2 review requests.
Thanks. Yeah, these are just 2 small, unrelated PRs that I just need final approval on. First one's for a bug fix. The second one is something we need for CI. So in other words, this one, this is to test BIOS config using Redfish. But we when we're creating an extra worker, we'd like to use Redfish with it instead of, either IPMI or Redfish. Every other one. Right now, in this mixed mode, it creates, it uses either IPMI or Redfish, every other one. But if it's an extra worker, we'd like to restrict it just to Redfish and leave the mixed mode for the original set of masters and workers. So it doesn't affect any functionality. It's just the extra one. And this one here is for a bug fix.
Okay. So 1 bug fix, one modification to the devenv. Please explain it a bit, because I'm not sure
Sure
that
thing.
I
Yep.
entirely understand. So I understand.
Okay, in this mixed mode, the hosts get created either with the IPMI driver or a Redfish driver. So
Yes.
every other one. So it creates an IPMI and then Redfish. And with the extra workers that we create, we would like to restrict them just to Redfish so we can use them for various Redfish related tests. In other words, there's no way to influence how to create it because this mixed mode creates it randomly in devenv, not randomly, but it's every other one. So we don't lose any functionality because we're not, the initial set is still going to be mixed like this, Redfish and IPMI. But the extra one that we create, we'd like to restrict it just to Redfish so we can use it for tests that involve Redfish.
Yeah, I understand the behavior of the mixed and so on, but what do you mean by extra workers? How are you creating these? I'm just asking because I don't know how this?
Right, in CI, we create, after initial set, we'll do another deployment with, and create, the name is actually extra worker. It's just another host that gets provisioned. And it also uses the same mixed mode, so it's creating it either IPMI or Redfish.
Sorry, maybe it could be worth mentioning, Bob, that you are referring to the downstream CI.
Yes,
the
sorry
Redshift
about that.
one.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. This is in downstream, right? Yeah, right. Thank you, Andreas.
So I think, to be clear, the extra workers is a host that gets created but not provisioned as part of the cluster. That's what extra
Right. Yep.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so if anybody would like to review this, please do so.
Thank you.
And then I think these were all the agenda points. Let me just close these because there's a lot of these. And let's then now, does anybody have any question related to any of the pull requests or anything? If not, then let's go and start with the triaging. So from the triaging, this bootloader thing, I checked it previously. That's like stale and needs more information. Nothing happened with this since the last triaging. The next one is the same. And then we have these three. One for the IPA downloader image. Let's see. Oops, that's the reproducible builds. It says this way. Sample. Yes. I'm actually this IPA downloader. This is pulled by BMO, right? And then this one basically pulls the IPA based on the URL that's provided. Because anytime the ironic deployment in Kubernetes restarts, the init container runs. I actually never checked this. Does any of you seen this happening?
I think that is correct. Like if the pod is restarted, it will rerun the init container actually.
Yes, that's correct. I actually have a thread open with Jake about that. The guy who opened the issue, and basically the problem here is that whenever we start the container, if there is a new version of the ironic Python agent in the repository, it's going to be downloaded and updated, unless you provide a URI to the bare metal operator with a link, so a custom link. One thing that I suggested is to use like something similar to what we have in OpenShift IPA downloader that allows to basically bypass the download if you already have an image in memory, so an image in the container. That could be a solution.
Okay, but is it actually like a problem on our side? Like we are now talking about that this always gets pulled. Okay, I will actually I understand what you're saying, but I want to look into this a bit more. I think we can accept this, but I have to understand it more. I have to reproduce what you are talking about because I never checked like this.
Yeah.
This part.
Yeah, just check the get results script in IPA downloader, and you'll see like where the problem is. If you don't pin the version of the ironic Python agent, and we don't, every time you restart the pod, you have like a new image downloaded.
Okay, I accepted it. I will assign it this one to myself. Or I will just CC myself here. Yes. And let's go forward. Next one is this. Add image signatures to GitHub action pipeline. Okay, this one I have heard about. This issue, and I heard that now Quay supports these cosine image signing. This is like that's accepted. And this will actually fall under this topic that we started to discuss related to coordinating the security and so on. And this I won't assign anybody, but I will just kind feature accept this, and I will note it here that so it's actually already in the scope of what we were discussing inside the EST team, and what is in the same way in the scope of the new security channel that is soon coming, and the new security things. So yeah, and this one is enhancement, check cloud init status. Yes, and this is what Leonard mentioned before, that the cloud we are not really looking into a lot of cloud init logs and stuff, and sometimes this actually fails. Could you quickly recap on this?
Yeah, we have seen basically two issues in the CI with cloud init, or like where we can see the error in cloud init. The first one was, yeah, why I created this issue. There was some error in the, or there was a change in the OS image we use for the Kubernetes nodes, which basically made one of our pre-kubeadm commands to fail. But this didn't like show up anywhere. So the node was still the machine, like copy machine, was created successfully. It joined the cluster. Everything was fine. The cluster reported this node as ready, and yeah, everything looked great. And then we noticed the error just when we did the pivot into this target cluster. Then we noticed that there were some network issues. So yeah, I would suggest that we try to find a way to check this cloud init status, so these errors are detected immediately. I'm not quite sure like what exactly we can do for this one. We like this week I'm investigating another cloud init error where it's happening already in the VM that we run the test in. So that's easier. We can check cloud init when we start it, but this one is a bit trickier, I think, because it's actually the like the virtual machine that is sort of controlled by copy or Metal3. So yeah, if anyone has suggestions for how we could detect this, yeah, please let me know. I actually asked in the copy channel on Slack if they know of anything, or they already have something like this, like detecting cloud init errors. They unfortunately did not have that. So yeah, doesn't exist yet.
And was anything like constructive answer like provided by them, that are they planning to do it, or did they say that you should make a issue, or what, or just that there is no?
They seemed a bit surprised that it like that it could fail in such a subtle way. I haven't like created an issue or anything in copy. That could actually be a good way forward. Possibly. I don't think they are working on it. They didn't say that, at least. Just that, yeah, they haven't heard about this before, and they basically they don't know.
I see. I see that Arvind, there you have your hands up.
Yeah, I have a quick comment on this. I know in Cluster API, when it runs kubeadm using Cloud Init, and if kubeadm happens to fail, they do write it's sort of what they call a sentinel file to indicate success or failure. And some providers do, in fact, go and check this file if it exists and whether success was achieved, or if kubeadm just failed along the way. But that's not generic enough to support checking if arbitrary commands placed in the pre-kubeadm succeeded or not. But I wonder if like something like that could be leveraged, and I'm not sure if Metal3 currently today checks if this kubeadm, at least that part, succeeded or not. I'd be happy to drop like a link in there. But I know, like, for example, the cloud providers, it's very easy to SSH into a particular VM and just check if the file is there or not, and they do something along those lines. But I can understand from a bare metal perspective, it would be very difficult or potentially look problematic to have this kind of access into every into a node and check if it actually ran the cloud init stuff properly.
Yeah,
It sounds very, very interesting. So please drop a link.
Yeah, I just wanted to say the same.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay, thank you. Did I actually accepted it? Yes, okay. Let's refresh this. Okay, so we are done with the need triaging ones. Let's see the stairs. I remember there wasn't much here. Yeah, the two stale, nothing new here. The frozen ones, I think these, we only have one left. And did anything change since we? No, no updates. So we are done with the frozen ones too. And then just to show what requires help, we have quite a lot of stuff that needs help. This one we checked that's like a long running tracking. We seen the bootloader. We would need more information for this, so there's nothing to do. This one, yes, that was the firmware updating. And this would be a new feature. So please feel free to check this. I see that at the moment nobody has assigned here. Nobody is assigned here, so that's one thing. The next one is old. The next ones are old docs. So as always, if you are interested in any of the docs, then please assign yourself, and that would be a huge help for the project. And here we have a few, and I think these were all discussed, and we agreed that if you are interested, because most of them were created by Leonard, please contact him or write and ping him on the bare metal Slack channel, and we can start collaborating. Okay, so I think we are done with all of these. So does any of you have any suggestions, questions on or anything that you want to share? But before that, I just wanted to mention that if you noticed that at the beginning of this week there were still CI problems here and there, Leonard is looking into one issue that is popping up that is related to this no space problem on different tests, and that's something that's not really in our code, but Leonard is already working on that. And the other one is the security thing that we started to discuss since last week. We have already requested, I asked Feruz because he had the rights to request the Slack channel for the security general discussion. It will be a private channel, and as I mentioned, the maintainers, approvers, reviewers, and then the CI/CD maintainers will be there. But as Zane mentioned, there could be like sensitive things related to the CVs, like non-disclosed CVs and so on. And for that, we will set up a closed email list, and there was already a discussion about that. That probably should be like encrypted if we want to be really secure. So that will come also soon. Okay, so any other questions related to this, what I said, or to anything that was in the agenda today? Okay, if not, then I thank you for your time and have a nice rest of the day.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.